One question that we get from customers is how do they really drive to value end to end across business silos, programmatically stitching together different parts of the business, from sales all the way to delivery. What are you seeing in terms of what really differentiates customers who are able to achieve real value from those that are still stuck in POCs?
At ServiceNow, we've been doing workflows for a while. And as you might imagine, we've thought a lot about how are we making those flows more agentic? How are we inserting AI specialists to do work? Part of the business that I'm in, we run a program called AI Agent Acceleration, where we spend time with customers helping them with use case definition, and then taking that use case into engineering, into QE, and then ultimately into production. And what we find is the real make or break is how clearly you understand the use cases that you're making agentic, and what are the outcomes you're looking from that use case.
Different industries, they tend to move at different paces. Where do you see kind of companies or industries able to move at a faster pace and get to value more quickly versus places that are kind of still maybe stuck balancing risk or unsure if they're ready to invest?
What we see across industries is we see every industry accelerating toward AI-oriented use cases, but a lot of it goes back to how clearly do they understand the use case they're tackling. So we do a lot of work with retailers around store operations and how to make the store operations or task management for a store associate more agentic. We'll work with automotive companies on a warranty process or a recall process. How do you agentify that as it hits the OEM or hits the supply chain? And then similarly, as we think about technology or telco, specific use cases typically are where the customer is accelerating into value.
We've mentioned agentic a few times. I think as companies do more agentic implementation, the level of abstraction between the oversight and the actual work being done increases. So how do you see companies balancing this desire to move fast and drive to value with the continued need for governance and humans in the loop?
What we have seen and kind of pivoted to recently is, wow, there are a lot of builder tools in the market today compared to where we were 3 years ago. And so we have opened up our builder to allow customers to build in a Cursor, for customers to build in Replit, but then get to production through the ServiceNow Builder capability. And getting to production through the ServiceNow Builder ensures that you're picking up all of kind of the compliance rules and rails, if you will, from the ServiceNow platform. So you're able to move fast and get to production with a bit more confidence from a security perspective. And then also we have AI Control Tower, which then can see all of the AI agents that are going through that builder. And then you can begin to manage those agents and think about what type of rules does that agent have around things they can or cannot access. And you can begin to measure agents like you would humans, mean time to resolution, customer CSAT, et cetera.
That's great. Thank you so much, Blake. Great to see you here today.
Great to be here.